Understanding Windows Azure. What is Windows Azure? If you ask, what is Windows Azure? The best answer might simply be this. Windows Azure can be anything you want it to be. As a cloud platform from Microsoft that provides a wide range of different services, Windows Azure lets you build, deploy, and manage solutions for almost any purpose you can imagine. In other words, Windows Azure is a world of unlimited possibilities. Whether you're a large enterprise spanning several continents that needs to run server workloads, or a small business that wants a website that has a global presence, Windows Azure can provide a platform for building applications that can leverage the cloud to meet the needs of your business. That's a pretty big assertion to make. How can we know it's true? Let's examine the facts. Why use the cloud? Businesses generally consider moving their applications to the cloud for one of three reasons: speed, scale, and economics. Let's briefly examine each of these advantages that cloud computing can provide. Speed. Developing applications that run in the cloud can be significantly faster than traditional application development for two reasons. First, you don't have to deploy, configure, and maintain the underlying computing, storage, and networking infrastructures on which Chapter 1, Understanding Windows Azure, your applications will run. Instead, you can utilize infrastructure resources provided to you by your cloud hosting provider. A good analogy is lighting up your house. A second reason why cloud-based applications can be faster to deploy has to do with how applications are developed. In a typical enterprise environment, developers create and test their applications in a test environment that only partially simulates the final production environment. Scale cloud applications can also scale out quickly because commodity compute, storage, and networking resources are pooled by the hoster and can be provisioned to the tenant, your business, as the need arises. In addition to scaling capacity up or down quickly, cloud computing can also provide your applications with global scale and reach for extending your business presence around the world. Such scalability can be essential for businesses to remain competitive in today's global economy. Economics. Regarding economic efficiencies, many organizations decide to make the move to the cloud because the cost of running their business applications in the cloud can be significantly lower than running them on-premises. Resisting the cloud. If running business applications in the cloud has so many advantages, why doesn't every business do it? There are several possible reasons for this. Companies that have made large investments in traditional IT infrastructure might prefer to have those investments earn out than adopt the cloud computing approach. Enterprises that have a complex, heterogeneous IT landscape might find it challenging to integrate cloud computing into their existing infrastructure. The reliability of the hosting provider is another issue for many companies. Lack of knowledge about the infrastructure used by the hoster for providing cloud services to customers can make some organizations reluctant to risk a move to the cloud. Business politics can also cause a company to resist migrating their applications to the cloud. The traditional in-house IT culture of control can make it difficult to embrace the cloud. Organizations that have special requirements in the areas of security and compliance might have legal or regulatory requirements that block them from implementing different forms of cloud computing. Windows Azure under the hood. We said earlier that if we ask the question, what is Windows Azure? The best answer might be this. Windows Azure is anything you want it to be. Of course, this kind of definition doesn't really explain what Windows Azure is, so let's look at the definition that Microsoft uses for describing Windows Azure. Windows Azure is an open and flexible cloud platform that enables you to quickly build, deploy, and manage applications across a global network of Microsoft-managed data centers. You can build applications using any language, tool, or framework, and you can integrate your public cloud applications with your existing IT environment. This definition tells us that Windows Azure is a cloud platform, which means you can use it for running your business applications, services, and workloads in the cloud. But it also includes some key words that tell us even more. Open Windows Azure provides a set of cloud services that allow you to build and deploy cloud-based applications using almost any programming language, framework, or tool.